How you guys doing? My name is Andre Padilla. I love sneakers ever since I was a little youngster, man. So yeah.
That sounds good. When you hear the words sneaker culture in the Bay Area,
Right.
what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Drip, saucy, just honestly, just you know, just that style, just that flavor. You know, nothing's wrong if you know if you're more of the corporate look. You know, more of a preppy look. That's your type of thing, and that's cool, man. I don't discriminate, but just something about sneakers, about about clothes that stand out. It's just it brings so much. I mean, it does bring a lot of attention, which can be a bad thing, but in a sense, it can kind of make you stand out. I don't know. It's just since a kid, I've always just preferred that look. It's just same thing. Just with SF. Anybody who really knows SF, it's all about culture, all about different types of people, different walks of life. It's just diversity, and it's just like I said, it's just that drip, man. It's nice. I like it. It's different.
How much would you say that sneaker culture has an impact in your life?
Oh, big time, man. It's been damn near all the big thing. Damn near all my life. I first got introduced, as a little kid. My mom got me in sweatsuits. I was a very sporty kid. I loved sports. My mom put me in sports. Athletics. Besides the athletic standpoint, it grew and became much more, a part of my life. And I like the fact that, the world now, it's embracing sneaker culture, from so far from the past decade. You see business people wearing them with their suits, athletes, it's more appreciated than it was back then. Back then it was considered just a strictly sports shoe. And, if you wore it, outside of that, you kind of got to look, the typical discriminatory type of things they would say, or you're a thug, or you're this, whoop-de-whoop, that kind of thing, man. But it's nice, they're comfortable. There's so many brands, so many different styles that you could just mesh with different outfits. It's nice, man. There's so many options, man, and it gives everybody much more variety of looks instead of your typical loafers, casual boots, because there's no markings, there's no brands, there's no different colors, no different style of looks. It's all the same shoe, but in just in one different base color or whatnot. So
for you, what was a shoe that started it all? I mean, everyone has like that first pair that were like,
right.
This is what started it for me. For you, what was that pair?
Funny enough, it's not even considered one of the most popular kicks, but I was still in grade school, I think. The very first Mellows, the very first pair of Mellows that ever came out when he got signed on to Jordan Brand. I think it was 2004, 2005.
Are you talking about the 5.5s? The ones that had the little holes on the side?
Yeah, the sides, yep.
Was it the white ones or the black ones that started it for you?
I had the white ones. And, just those ones specifically just stood out to me. I've had kicks in the past, but as a kid, I didn't really pay too much attention to them. To me, shoes were shoes before I got a grasp of, of styles, of what I would want myself, to rock. And, yeah, I just seen those, and something about those just really stood out to me. I'm like, man, I really like those. I started wearing them outside of basketball practice, outside of basketball, because at the time I was playing a little bit of basketball for the school team. And I was just wearing them, and I was like, man, they kind of stand out a little bit more. They're a little bit more flashy than most sneakers, and I don't know, just something about it just clicked in my head, and from there, I wore them all, man. Mom's kept me fitted. I'm an only child, so I was low key spoiled. So I had the Puma fits, I had the Fila fits, I had Nike kicks. Not honestly, funny enough, not too many Jordans. My mom wasn't a big fan of the look, but regardless, man, I was always in sport attire, and those did it for me. Those are the ones that got me into Jordans like that. And since then, the rest became history. Once I got into high school, that's when I started really investing in shoes and keeping them clean and growing my collection. So
that sounds good. All right, if you have any advice for the younger generation, that's entering the sneaker culture, what would you say to them? What's one piece of advice you'd give?
Okay, don't be a hype beast. And what I mean by that is, I get it. If a shoe is hot, it's hot. Even if you never got into, I can't stand when people, bash on other people who were never, sneakerheads at one point. Who, but we're all in the same, same boat. It took one shoe or whatnot for us to get involved in that type of culture. And I guess it took them more, a couple more years longer than it did, most of us. You don't have to, grow up with kicks in order to become a shoehead. You can start at any point in your life. People go through transitions. If you want to call it a midlife crisis, maybe a midlife crisis, but regardless, life changes. You change a bit sometimes depending on the person, and I got a little sidetracked. But besides that, but yeah, one of the things is to not really be a hype beast. What I mean by that is when it comes to the pricing of the shoes. I really think because a lot of the new people that are getting inside the game, they don't know legit prices of shoes after they've been bought. Depending on the age, what specific, because every model varies, and like for example, if you're to look at 11s is like probably arguably the hottest Jordan out model ever. And those always resell for at least over $3. You're looking at $3, 10, 20 and up. And back then people would sell their shoes for damn near retail price, or maybe a little bit more. But because people were, more people becoming invested in the community, and some people would just throw out money. Oh, you want how much? Oh, and they got it, right? So if they got it, then, and that kind of kills it for kills it for the vast majority of the community who say, who's young or doesn't have that type of career yet. And it sucks because, I feel you, man. As much as I love shoes, sometimes I look at them like, am I really going to spend so amount of dollars, for like suede leather that's going to be on my feet, depending on what the shoe is, I'll dish out a few extra bucks depending, but I'm really picky on that. I usually wait out and discuss prices with the sellers, but that's my number one thing. Don't fall for original prices. You don't have to buy the shoe right away. Just look around, talk to different people who sell those type of shoes and find out the best price. But yeah, just don't be a hype beast. Don't be dumb with your money too, man. I know sneakers are nice, but gotta be smart with it. And yeah, just do what fits you. Don't. If the style is trending and don't buy just because it's just because it's nice. Actually appreciate the shoe. Rock it because you like it. Don't rock it because it's popular and other people are doing it. But yeah, that'd be the biggest advice I would give to new people, because shoes ain't that hard to really get into. It's not that hard of a concept to grasp and to figure out. It's like any other anything you want to collect. Funko Pops, baseball cards, sports memorabilia. It's just another thing. It's just another form of collecting, and you just gotta be smart with it. Do your research.
Sounds good. Thanks for your time, Andre. Appreciate it, man.
All right, brother.
Have a good day. Thank you.